News involving the Los Angeles Dodgers. So Dave Roberts making it clear Clayton Kershaw is going to be starting Game 1 in the NLDS when we get there, and Bobby Miller will start Game 2. Other options could have been Lance Lynn, the veteran, could have been Ryan Pepio as well, but it's going to be Kershaw and Miller out of the game for the Dodgers. And elsewhere, Charlie Morton placed in the IL for the Atlanta Braves. That is not good news right now for Atlanta, with Max Fried currently on the IL as well. And this means specifically to Morton, he is ineligible for the NLDS. So could be potentially big series. Braves, Phillies, summer forecasting, not available. So potential rotation options. Strider right now leading the league in wins. He's been great. Fried could be back from an injury. And Bryce Elder, who's tired recently. Second half hasn't been as strong.
He's old. He's elder.
No, that's not why. He's actually not living up to his billing. And Kershaw, Miller, and Lance Lynn. We bring in our friend, Steve Phillips, right now, who will give Harold a chuckle on a Bryce Elder joke. Steve, this is concerning, man. I know LA and Atlanta are loaded, but, man, if I'm a fan of both those teams, I go, that's our rotation? I'm concerned.
I mean, think about a 100-win Atlanta Braves team, and they're piecing together the rotation for the playoffs. And then you think about the Dodgers and the issue they have with that. Now, we know all the different things that happen with their rotation. The one advantage they have, though, is that the NLDS and the structure and the format of it protects them a little bit, because you have Game 1 on a Saturday, you're off on Sunday. You play Game 2 on Monday, you're off on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Then you play Games 3 and 4, you're off on Thursday, you play Friday. And what it does is it actually allows you to have your best two pitchers pitch on full rest in 2 games each. So Strider and Fried will pitch in Games 1 and 2, and in 4 and 5 if necessary on full rest. And so it doesn't feel great, but if you could tell me that I could have my 2 best pitchers from the Braves pitching in 1 and 2 and 4 and 5, I'll take it. The issue with the Dodgers,
to do for a long run through the World Series.
Well, it is. The NLCS is going to be a bit of a challenge, right? Right. For the division series, they're okay, but maybe Morton can come back for them then. You look at the Dodgers, Kershaw's a 5-inning guy right now. Bobby Miller could, he's young. He could be inefficient with his pitches. Then you got Lance Lynn, so the bullpen can get taxed a little bit with that Dodgers rotation too. And so I think it's going to be very interesting to see how these play out. And it just doesn't feel like these are the best 2 teams in baseball, the best 2 teams in the National League, and they're piecing together their rotation.
It's interesting too, Steve. First thing that stood out to me when I saw the Dodgers, and I can't remember whatever team this was before, I said basically what I'm going to say now. I would have taken Kershaw and pitched him Game 2, because I know what I'm going to get from Kershaw. I have no idea how Bobby Miller is going to react in the postseason. So what if Kershaw loses Game 1? Then I come back with Bobby Miller, who I have no idea what he's going to give me. At least if I lose Game 1, I know what Clayton's going to give me. I'm right back in the series. If not, I'm going into Game 2 going,
It's a good point. And effectively, if Bobby Miller throws a clunker in Game 2, he's lined up for Game 5. And he's not necessarily the guy you want there. Now, the good news is they have off days after 1 and 2, that if they do throw a clunker and the bullpen gets burned, you get an off day to recover to where your bullpen can be fresh. And I suspect Dave Roberts will have a quick hook going to that bullpen.
Tell you what, though, this has been, when I looked at the Dodgers beginning of the year and the way they started, this may be Dave's best season.
Oh,
absolutely. This was not supposed to be the team they put together at the end. I remember in the beginning of the year going, this is a miracle where they're at right now.
Yeah, he won't win Manager of the Year, but he should get strong consideration for everything they've dealt with. Remember, he called out his bullpen midseason. He never would do that, and they needed to be called out, and from that point on, they responded and really threw the ball well.
So Dodgers and Braves are the 2 best teams. You start to look at potential sleepers. I hesitate to use that word, Steve, because I think they're a sleeping giant, but I got to think the Phillies are that sleeper team in the NL.
Well, the Phillies are, but I'm going Milwaukee Brewers. I look at the Milwaukee Brewers.
Starting rotation.
Starting pitching, man. You can go Burns and Woodruff and Peralta, and then the bullpen with Pyomps and with what Devin Williams can do at the end of the game. I really like their pitching, and they're not a big, high-powered offense, but with Carlos Santana in the mix there, Frelick has come up. They've got some guys now that are there that are working the count, can get on base a little bit.
Even adding Donaldson, he's starting to swing
Donaldson, too, right.
And Canna.
Right.
They've made some subtle moves. Look, in the postseason, if the Brewers get 3 runs, you think they can't win that game?
Yeah.
I think they can.
They get 3 runs. They got a chance to win a game.
Right.
Hopefully
Their
Yelich
good
is
pitching
healthy.
can shut down. Yeah, they need Yelich back. You're right. He's had a really good offensive season, a bit of a bounce back, not the power, but I think that they're a team that could really surprise you. Would it shock me if they could shut down the Braves? No. They've got the kind of pitching that can do it, and they can shut down the Dodgers as well.
You're with me on the Phillies, though, right, H?
Yeah, oh yeah. The Phillies, I mean, I don't know if we even call them a sleeper.
Right.
I think they're a live giant. They're playing such great baseball. And the thing I love about the Phillies, They're called the Fighting Phillies, and I'll throw that in there because it's cool sounding.
Yeah.
But they had to fight their way last year, and they're fighting their way right now. And I think that's the mindset of this club. They thrive at best when they're in the pressure cooker. And I just love the fact how they're playing ball right now, and they get on this roll, and I feel like I'm feeling a Philly roll coming.
Well, they're
Trey Turner's playing well. Harper's coming up big hits.
Castellanos
is swinging it. Their whole club is just taking off right now.
Yeah, their lineup is much longer this year than it was last year. Remember, Bryson Stott last year was good in the postseason.
Yeah.
Took him a while. Alec Boehm's really stepped up the production. Castellanos, a completely different player.
Bombs.
Now, Nola's last start was really good. It's not been his best season, but his last start was excellent. If they can get him locked in with Wheeler, they've got a chance, I think, to roll through the playoffs.
And the one thing with the playoffs, too, you really do shorten your bullpen. Now I'm going to the guys I'm relying 100% on to get through this game. So now Nola and Wheeler don't have to feel like I got to go 7. They can now bring somebody that would have came later in the game, maybe in the 7th inning, to be able to sum that up and get them to where they want to close the game.
Can I sell you on the Cubs pulling off an upset? Bellinger gets hot, Stroman's back, now him and Steele together, maybe?
Here's the challenge for the Cubs, is that they've got Justin Steele lined up for game 162. They probably are going to need him if they're going to get into the playoffs then, which burns him and takes him out of the wild card round for the playoffs, which could be a challenge.
Yeah, that's tough. We'll see.